So it's a few days since I made the announcement that I was taking the spiritual material off of YouTube and putting it onto other platforms, which at the moment are Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. I do have plans for Rumble, but for some reason, Rumble it won't upload anything I do. I must be doing something wrong, and let's face it, I'm kind of over 21, so maybe I've got something badly wrong there. But I'm looking into it because I think Rumble would be a great place to live stream, as far as I can tell. And TikTok, you can live stream on TikTok, and of course Facebook and Instagram as well. But I want to look through some of your comments today, and actually, before I even start on that, one of the problems really has been TikTok. Quite a few of you are saying that you don't have TikTok and you don't really want to have TikTok. And that's fair enough, friends. I'm on Facebook and Instagram as well. I shall put some links in the description. What I do though, I quite often make videos using TikTok because it has really great effects and sounds and things that you can put onto the videos. And because I know a lot of you don't have TikTok and you won't want to click a link and have TikTok try to open and then that knackers it and you can't see anything, I actually make the video on TikTok. It goes live on TikTok, and then I can save it to my camera, yeah, and then I put that on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll put it on Rumble if I ever get a chance, I promise. But at the moment, it's just Facebook and Instagram. That's all I can do. And so if you click one of those links on Facebook or Instagram, you should just get the video. I don't see why you wouldn't, because it is actually from my own camera roll, so you don't have to open TikTok to look at it. But let's look through some of the comments. And Christina says, "I'm so glad to hear from you. I was worried that I'd given YouTube up." Oh, it's full. It's just spell check has gone wild with this. "I was worried that I had given wine up. I hope you will. Blessing to you." I get the picture, Christine, and thank you so much. Actually, appreciate your comment. Always appreciate your comments, by the way. Do leave me a comment down in the old description there. And yeah, as I say to her, thanks, Christine. The love most certainly goes on. You were worried perhaps that I had given up YouTube. I think that's maybe what you're sort of saying there. And no, I hadn't. I've just been working very hard on my garden. The way the world is at the moment, I think it's really good if you've got your own food supply, basically. And I don't produce enough food to feed myself forever and ever. But for example, I've got enough potatoes grown now to pretty much last me the year, as far as I can see. There's something like 9 tyres, car tyres, full of potatoes, 3 tyres high, 3 lots of 3, full to the top, and they've got real big potatoes in there. There's also, I think, 18 large buckets growing in the back garden, and they're all, well, they're not growing now, they're finished, but they're all full of potatoes as well. And I've got a massive plot full of Jerusalem artichokes. So in an end of the world situation, I've kind of got food, I won't starve, basically. I was keeping ducks and I am still keeping chickens. Unfortunately, though, the chickens are quite old now and they don't lay eggs anymore. But I'm not going to hold that against them. They're just wonderful pets. I love the chickens. I did have 3 ducks. Sadly, one of them, I found her dead in the duck pen. Something had attacked her. There was kind of blood and feathers and she was gone. The other 2 ran away, and I know where they are, actually. They're living at a farm, only less than a mile from here, actually. But so that's where they want to be, and that's where they're happy, so I'm not going to force the issue. And ducks do get attacked down here, actually. That's probably why they ran away. So I don't think I'll be doing ducks again. Although if you're thinking of, having your own egg production at home somehow, even with a small garden, as long as you've got something for them to swim in, which can be a bucket of water if there's only 1 or 2 ducks, they produce vast amounts of eggs, and they're really, really good. They're big eggs, and people say, oh, I don't like the sound of duck eggs. What do they taste like? To me, they taste exactly like hen's eggs, chicken's eggs. I can't really tell. I mean, there's a slight difference. They taste a bit more strong, I suppose. But not strong in a bad way. It's just that lovely taste that you might remember from, if you had chickens around you, when you were growing up or something. or if you live in a place where there are chickens, it's just that lovely old-fashioned egg taste before they started injecting them with chemicals and date stamping all the eggs. So, wow, this is a long reply to one comment, isn't it? But it's going to cover lots and lots of them, I should think. So, yeah, that's where I've been, basically. That's been, I wouldn't say terribly hard work. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, but it takes long hours, you know. I'd be out early in the morning and, you know, still going till maybe kind of after I've had supper, I'll be out again, you know, after dinner. And it just goes on and on. I'm kind of too tired then to make a reasonable crack of making a video, you know. I'm just, my speech is slurred and I'm all over the place. And that, my friends, is no good whatsoever. There's another reply on here from Elizabeth Hayes. And I'm not sure. I think it's just one of those things where no matter what you try and click on a phone, it puts the comment as a reply to someone else. So I'm going to read it out. I agreed, and so many readings are fear-mongering. Yeah, this is kind of my problem with YouTube as a spiritual platform in such a big way. If you don't have a title like "Everyone's Gonna Die Tomorrow," people just won't watch it. And the thing is, not that people don't want to watch it, it's that the YouTube algorithm won't kind of push it, and they'll pull your channel down, and they'll just generally lower the tone of the whole thing. But as I said in this video that I'm talking about, you know, I've seen some absolutely horrible thumbnails made by AI. And, you know, it really is a great shame when you see people who are obviously capable of the most wonderful readings just sinking down into trying to scare the pants off people. So they'll watch the video, basically. And it just becomes self-serving, you know. These days, if you don't make a video that gives YouTube exactly what it wants, your channel won't grow. That's the bottom line. So hey, there we go, rant over. So Vivian3333 says, I miss you, Andy. I'm not on TikTok, but I will see you on Facebook and Instagram. Wonderful, Vivian, and wonderful anyone else is thinking that, because I suppose you could say the beat goes on. I'm always saying stay tuned for more rock and roll at the end. So, you know, yeah, the beat goes on. I'm going to keep on putting out spiritual content. It's why I'm sure it's why I'm here, actually. I'm no good at anything else, let's face it. So that must be why I'm here. When someone applies to join a monastery, they get a lot of counselling from the monks and maybe the abbot or the abbess, or, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the head honcho of the monastery or the convent. And the reason a lot of people have understood that they were meant to be monks and gone on to have wonderful spiritual careers and written fantastic books is just that they were no good at anything else. I met a monk, gosh, back in the 1970s, one of the first monks I ever really got talking to. And he made the most fantastic pipe organs because he had time to be meticulous about it. And they were just the best pipe organs. And it was just like, well, there was Father Paul, and I can't remember, I think it was Brother Peter. Brother Peter and Father Paul made these wonderful organs, and I played some of them. They were just fantastic. So, you know, there you go. It's all meant to be. Right, Patricia Franzino. Hello, Patricia. Glad to see you have found platforms that are better for you. I'll be on the lookout for Facebook and Instagram videos from you. Many thanks. Celtic Tarot Sheila, one of my favourite readers, actually. And I tell you, I strongly recommend Celtic Tarot Sheila. There's such a nice vibe around her. I love her videos, but even before I'd seen one, just the vibe coming off Celtic Tarot Sheila, lovely. And, you know, great videos, really great videos, great readings. And she says, hello, my friend. And hello, Sheila, my friend. Very, very nice to hear from you. And, you know, if there's one thing I've really missed, actually, in all that time I've been out there gardening, it has been the friendship of all you guys. You know, that more than anything, I think. So Butterfly Kisses Healing. And I'm kind of sad about this one, really. I will miss you, Andy. I don't watch any other platforms, but please know I wish you the very best. YouTube has a new CEO and his changes are upsetting a lot of content creators. Sad. It is very, very sad. I think in terms of that CEO, there's an expression which was people actually said about Hitler and Winston Churchill, and they said it about just about every president as well. When I say Hitler, I don't mean it's just about bad people. The expression is came the hour, came the man, or you could say came the person. The time comes and there's someone there who just does whatever they do and it changes world history either for the better or the worse. And I think, it's really a product of the times. Many years ago, you didn't get these kind of people who would just drive a thing relentlessly for profit, but that is many, many years ago now. I'm blessed here because I have log burners, and that's how I keep the house warm, with logs and paraffin or kerosene, as you might call it. And I don't usually I have electric light now for the video, but I don't usually have electric lights on at all because I just like natural light. So anyway, I digress. I buy my logs from a farmer who lives just up the road. Eric, wonderful guy. That is his farm where my ducks have gone to live. And he doesn't charge me much at all. It's very, very cheap for the logs I buy. He's in his 70s. He's a good kind of 10, maybe more years than that older than me. And I guess the time's going to come when he's not going to want to be out with a chainsaw chopping up logs. And whoever comes along after him is going to want about 3-4 times as much money for the logs he sells me. But to him, he's an old-fashioned guy. He's been farming here since the 1950s when he was, his parents were farming, but he was joining in. And he just, why would you take more money for a thing than it's really worth? Wonderful, wonderful attitude, but it's just dying out, And this is why YouTube is getting nasty. Just the whole world's going in that direction. I was talking yesterday, I put a video out about Google, never take spiritual advice from Google because they are not spiritually your friend. They just want you to watch their AI readings so that you'll buy all sorts of crap that they're trying to sell you that you don't need. And really to take your eyes off the prize spiritually. It's like a war that's going on between good and evil is really, really trying to win. Evil has made people very rich. Not all rich people are evil, not by a long way. I'm not saying that. But that drive for money is really getting a hold of people. And very sadly, probably the easiest, quickest way to get rich these days is to just do something absolutely horrible to get money. That's just, the way it's going. And that's the crazy world we live in. So Butterfly Kisses, I'm going to miss you too. In a way, but I am still putting YouTube videos out. They're just not going to be my readings. I can't do it. But there's other stuff, There's going to be like stuff about just whatever goes on, really, Commentary on country life, maybe country walks. I was going to do a country walk the day before yesterday and yesterday, but both days were just such absolutely horrible weather. I couldn't do it, so I didn't. But country walks are coming up. We'll do gardening stuff, and I'm gearing up to do some cooking as well. My beautiful old Kenwood Chef mixer, which is very, very popular brand in the UK, since the 1950s actually. It was set up in the years after the Second World War by an amazing inventor called Kenneth Wood, and that's why it's Kenwood, because his name was Ken Wood. And quite a lot of his senior people were called Ken. He had a thing about that. Had this wonderful, and it's just, at the moment, my poor old Kenwood mixer, it needs a big overhaul. I fixed the motor so many times, I'm going to have to buy a new motor, and the hinge at the top is wobbly so it doesn't stir properly. And there's a gearbox in it as well, and that's completely hammered. It's just, that's got to go. And they're quite rare, but I'm going to find one. I'm going to fix Kenny. Meantime, I have acquired a KitchenAid Artisan tilt head stand mixer. And being a Brit, I'm a big Kenwood supporter, but I must admit, KitchenAid mixers, there's just nothing as good as that on the planet as far as I can see, except possibly Hobart, which are a commercial mixer, but they're made, actually, it's the same parent company, Hobart and Kenwood. Hobart and KitchenAid. They've been making them, excuse me, since 1919. 104 years of making mixes. They must be doing something right. I use my KitchenAid all the time, but I am going to get the studio lights down there and actually film some of it and make some cooking videos, which is going to be cool. So Butterfly Kisses, miss you big style, my friend, but I will be here and we will be in touch. That's the main thing. and friends. Butterfly Kisses Healing, a bit like Celtic Tarot Sheila, but very different people. But in the sense that they put out really nice, uplifting, happy, nice, pleasant videos that I'm happy to watch, you know, that don't scare the blinking daylights out of me. So thanks, Butterfly. Salma Salute. Hi, Salma. Okay, but the problem with TikTok is not only it's censored in countries like my country, true, but also it's short form content, and I don't like short form content. Hope you can make a video on Rumble. So do I, my friend. I really do. Although I also couldn't download it in Syria, but it's a long form content platform. Very true. Man, anyways, I'll keep following you wherever I can. And Salma, I will be there. You've been a great supporter of this channel, Salma. Really, really great supporter. And yeah, I'm not going any place, really. It's just I've got to move the spiritual stuff, you know. But we will find a way, right? And TikTok, yeah, short form content. But not so long ago, your maximum length of a TikTok video would have been 1 minute. Now it's 10 minutes. So we're kind of getting there, you know. Most of my reading videos are about kind of 13 minutes anyway. So I do have to shorten them a little bit to make it work. But, you know, Salma also mentions, I also know what YouTube is doing to Russell Brand. Very bad, blah, blah, blah. Absolutely. Now, I'm not a massive fan of Russell Brand. He just doesn't float my boat, to be quite honest. But he was putting out really, really good spiritual content, meditations, that kind of thing. And I don't believe he's as bad as they say. They started saying he was an extreme right winger just because well, he wasn't. An extreme right winger is like Hitler or someone, or the Nazis. that expression is used far too much, in my opinion. Salma also says, are you planting raspberries? I've tried planting them in Syria. It didn't work. The weather is so weird. I do actually have raspberry bushes in my garden, which have just sprung up. But I haven't had raspberries on them the last few years. Totally depends on the weather, though. It really does. Like tomatoes I grew this year. Oh, wow. Hardly got any tomatoes, and the plants were just absolutely frazzled. It was just too hot for them. But that's the weather for you. Climate change. Well, I think the climate's always changing. I don't think it's a big political thing. They say it is. CSW6522. Hi, Andy. Thank you for letting everyone know what's going on. It's always so pleasant to hear your voice and helpful, generous attitude. This is a long one. So I'm not going to do the whole thing. But here's a good point. I'm really coughing today, excuse me. It's like my moon mug. It's full moon as I'm doing this. It's also St. Michael's Day, Michaelmas in the Christian Church. In other words, Archangel Michael. They pinched Michaelmas from the pagans, really. It's Mabon, and they just moved it a few days past Mabon and taken it over. Like they took over Yule and just moved it a bit and called it Christmas. That's what's going on there. But yeah, CSW says, I was flipping channels and saw Bart Simpson, and the teacher kept telling him he was stupid. Don't care if it's a cartoon, it's wrong to tell a kid they're stupid. Absolutely, absolutely true. And I had a similar experience with Family Guy. Started watching it, thought, hey, this is funny. But then they're just so down on Jewish people. And then I think maybe that's a one-off. Excuse me. So I watch a bit more, and then they're down on just about everyone. It's just, you know, I don't see the need for it, really. So I don't watch Family Guy. Anyway, right, Lupitas9069, I will follow you there. Thank you very much. I so appreciate that. I appreciate all you guys if you're willing to kind of just come to Facebook or Instagram, maybe even TikTok, you know. Cardamancy Mesquite, good to see you. Great to hear from you as well. And Ariel, OG, you have been missed. Happy trails, namaste. And yeah, you've been missed too. You really have. And I want to get some live videos going so you guys can talk to each other again. Not quite sure how to do that. I might just resort to YouTube. No point throwing the baby out with the bathwater, is there? But not if I can help it. I'll do it some way we can all talk to each other. Okay, Carrie Gibson. Good morning, Andy. So nice to see you. TikTok it is. Yay. I will follow you there. Love, light, and many blessings to you. Love, light, many blessings to you as well. And may your day be a beautiful one. Linda Bishop. Andy, I have so much been thinking of you. In Texas, my gardening was terrible due to the over 100 degrees summer. All my tomato plants just died. Well, I'm a bit luckier than you in that, Linda, because my tomato plants, I've got some tomatoes, just not very many. But hey, you know, it's all a gift from nature, isn't it? Chris D, you're a gentleman and a kind-hearted man. Thank you very much. Love the colour you have on. Sorry, I'm not on TikTok, but I do think you can find it here on YouTube. Tricky, you can put TikTok videos on YouTube. Maybe that's something to experiment with. It can be done. But I don't believe you can link straight from YouTube to TikTok, because they're kind of almost sworn enemies, almost. YouTube just allows TikTok because, quite frankly, it brings in business. April Evans, lovely to see you. It was so nice to see you. I've been thinking of you, was going to write you an email. Sorry you have to find other places to post your work. Miss your videos, we'll email you. Guys, do please email me. It's 35and83@gmail.com. That is 35and83@gmail.com, which is also the place to go if you would like to have a personal reading, a private reading. We can do it on Zoom or Messenger, all kinds of possibilities. So love to you, April. Liz Craft's going to miss your lives. Maybe I'll go on TikTok again. Well, Liz, that's up to you. Very personal decision, but, you know, maybe it's not so bad there. Karen Johnson, so sorry to hear you are leaving YouTube, but I can certainly understand why. Love to be self-sustainable as well. It's not impossible, Karen. That's all I can say. It's not impossible. It's hard work. Larissa Jeffrey, oh my Andy, I will miss your talks, musical drives and tarot card reads. Wishing you well. Me too. Sammy Kelly, dear friend of mine. She's in Cuba at the moment, but she'll be coming home soon. Okay, best thing, I left YouTube 2 years ago when they joined in the censoring. See you in a month. Yeah, that's less than a month now. Looking forward to that, Sammy, and I will make you some pumpkin seed bread for certain. And here we go, Beverly Spencer, who now is at One Aligning with Spirit. I miss not having a garden, moved to an apartment, no growing space. Yeah, difficult actually. I do sit here talking about growing your own food. Not easy in an apartment. All I can say is try and make the most of your windowsill if you can. Basically, if you've got sunlight and you've got warmth and you've got water and soil, you should get something. Even if you just grow a few herbs, you know, a few herbs are seriously worth having. So that's all the comments from that video. Just going to mention Teresa Baltazar, Philip Corrigan, Elizabeth Hayes, Salma again, Jane the Seeker Tarot, another wonderful channel. Check out Jane the Seeker Tarot. We did a collab once. It was amazing. Okay. Clyde Sunflower, Melanie Mayon Radford, Tegsy, Liz Craft again, right, okay, AQ, Adrienne, I miss you, I really do, Adrienne, hope all's good with you. So just thanks to absolutely everyone who's been leaving comments and supporting me ever since I made this announcement. Like I say, I will still be here on YouTube doing stuff, just not the readings. But one thing to say, it's Archangel Michael Day. I think I probably said it already. Full moon and the feast day in the Christian Church of Archangel Michael, which is no bad thing. Great protector. Ah, wonderful. Right, well, that's been a bit longer than I meant it to be. Hope I haven't bored you. Thanks very much for watching. Keep it real. Keep it as real as you can. Keep it Twig Brother. I'm Twig Brother on all these other platforms. And I am actually sitting here in my little house on Merlin's Mountain, which is wonderful. So I will see you again in a future video. Blessings to everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Bye.